Good morning, friends. Myself, SK Karthik from AML department, and today I am going to do a project on software engineering practices with agile methodologies on the topic of designing a testing strategy for AML system using unit integration and acceptance testing, and it is guided by Praveen sir. First, introduction to AML testing, where AML systems are probabilistic, data dependent, and evolve over time. And in AML systems, we have many challenges like non-determination, data quality, bias, interpretability, and other. These are some challenges in AML where we come across in with testing. And in testing pyramids, we have a first foundation of a data and infrastructure, and for in the middle we have a model centric, and at the top we have a business impacts. Next is the agile integration, where in agile integration we continuous testing by CI and CD and feedback loops and pipelines and etc. Next is the challenges in AML testing, where non-determination, whereas statistical thresholds which is greater than accuracy greater than 85%, which shows the non-determination in the AML testing. And next is the data dependency, where validate for drift, outliers, missing values, and these are the data dependencies, where the drift and outliers makes the data more uncertain to predict in AML testing. And next is the bias and fairness, where use metrics like demographic, party, and etc. for the bias and fairnesses. And interpretability, where tools like SHAP, LIME for explainability. Like in AML testing, SHAP and LIME used for like a graph explanation, where for the more features in the codings and etc. And next is the scalability, where the stress test latency, resource use compliance, resource use like adhere to GDPR and EU AI Act and etc. These are the compliance where we use, where either GDPR is one of the method, and EU and AI is one of the act which is in the AML testing. Next is the 3 layers of ML testing maturity, where in the first level we come across the foundation testing, where the data pipelines validation and environmental consistency integration testing are occurs in the foundation testing. Next is the model centric testing, performance stability testing, slice method evaluation, invariance testing, adversarial testing, etc. will come under model centric. And in third layer, business impact testing, where A by B testing and shorter deployment, canary releases, these all comes under the third level. Next is the unit testing for AML components. Like first one is the unit testing, where it focuses on the data preparing, feature engineering, model units, and data pre-processing. Where for them best practice are data transformation, where the normalization is done for the data for the better in a prediction and testing, and validate single prediction, where it also has a confidence intervals, where the single predictions in the AML makes it more comfortable to see the results, and use the fixed seed for reproducibility, like using the data for the more testing, and where it is divided into training and testing data for more AML components and for testings. And the tools which are used are PyTest, Skitlan, and USite, where Skitlans and PyTest are where best libraries in the Python, where use them for the AML testing and the predictions. Next, it has the metrics, description, and threshold, where the accuracy comes under the correct predictions, it is greater than 90%, and precision is true positive and predicted are more than and 85%. And recall is the true. In recall, we get the true positives divided by actual values, where it is more than 80%. Next is the integration testing in AML pipelines, where the data flow, model interactions, external systems are comes under the integration testing, where which are the test end-to-end pipelines, checks for a data drift, perform adversarial testing, and etc. are included in the integration testing, where end-to-end testings of pipelines, where it shows the perfect flow of the data from one model to another model integrations, and some external systems for a data integration are done, and the data flow is efficiently done in the pipelines for one model to another. And data drift happens here, where the some performance will go down. For that, the integration testing will help, and in tools they are used as ML flow, REST, assured great expectations, and etc. Where ML flow is one for the pipelines which make more efficient to see in the AML testing. And next here it has a metrics, description, and threshold, where it through output, where it is a description of predictions divided by second, where it gives more than 100%, and latency, where it has an inference timing which is less than 100 ms per second, and resource use CPU or GPU, which is less than 80% efficiency. Next is the testing AI application. This is the one of the image where we shows the testing of AI applications, where it accesses the information technology infrastructures, then it determines the use cases, and it goes under the raw data and train the models. Then it measures and record the results and guide the team and cooperatives and admit all the wins. This like this the ML workflows, and this makes the all the technical terms and the users to flow the of ML works. Next, acceptance testing, where AML applications, like in acceptance testing, where the user workflows, fairness, business impacts are shown, where simulate real-world scenarios, use of A by B testing and shadow deployments, and evaluate fairness. Example, display impact greater than 0.8. Where here the acceptance testing, where the workflows and fairness and business impacts will come. Where the business impact is the third level of the in the ML applications, where the acceptance testing uses the best real world scenarios with the help of many data from the real companies, and use of AI testing, where the AI testing is the one of the method where it uses in AML applications for the most real world scenarios, and shadow deployment is one of the method where the ML pipelines and etc are deployed and tested with the real world data, and evaluate fairness, which is greater than 0.8, means which is the 80 more than 80% efficiency. And the tools we are using apply tools, LangChain, IBM AI Fairness 360. Here app tools is one of the company's tool where it uses in the acceptance testing, and LangChain is one of the famous one where the acceptance testings are used with the ML workflows and pipelines are done efficiently. And IBM is the one of the company where it has a separate AI Fairness 360, where it is one of the application where the all the ML applications we can easily test in AI Fairness for our fairness. And next is the metrics, description and threshold, where BLU score, where text similarity which is greater than 0.3, means it have predictions of greater than 30% of the thresholds, and a perplexity, where the prediction quality is greater than 20, less than or 20, and FID image realism it is less than 5. Next is the agile integration and evaluation, where agile integration we use the Scrum method to our AML model for the most workflows, where the sprints testing task in backlogs, and CI or CD automate unit integration test, and for feedback retrospectives model retraining, and tools like TFX, Catalan, where the CI and CD for here we use it in our to automate and unit the integration test of our pipelines and etc. Where it helps in with the agile integration, where evaluation rubrics are understanding the deep agile AI knowledge and application, innovative use of principles, accuracy, correct models, diagrams, and clarity, where a well-structured documentation. Tools are effective use of testing tools and etc. Creativity, novel problem solving. And by this evaluation rubric, we understand that deep agile and AI knowledge will make a integration of a Scrum with the AI ML models for the more efficient algorithm. Next is the how to build a smart testing pyramid with the AI/ML, where it first starts with the reducing the redundancy in unit testing, where the most of the unwanted things are reduced in the unit testing, then improving the integration testing with predictive analysis, where the predictive analysis are most of all done in the integration testing, where it helps in the analysis, and enhancing E2E testing with the intelligent automation, where it comes in the third step, and optimization, resource utilization. Next is the support agile and DevOps practices, where after the redundancy of the data and analysis, where it comes to the intelligent automation, where all the ML pipelines and etc. are automated, and optimizing their resources for the most of all utilization, and with the help of the agile methods, we make it the best practices. Next is the conclusion, where comprehensive AML testing ensures reliability, fairness, and scalability. With the layered approach, unit integration and acceptance testing, with the agile Scrum method, it enables the rapid integration, continuous feedback, and etc. Where we have a key practices of data validation, bias detection, real-world simulations, which are very useful, and tools like PyTest, MLflow, and IBM AI Fairness drives successes. Next comes of the future focus, where we more focus on the continuous monitoring, ethical compliance, and innovation. Next is the delivering the trustworthy AI through rigorous testing and agile excellence with the efficiency. And thank you.